I went on a date recently with this girl. She was a really hardcore feminist, which I'm cool with. But then at the end of the date, she wanted me to pay for dinner.
Let's take a look at feminists, specifically not the usual ones.
That so many people see the word feminist as a negative thing.
Because I think that feminism has long been associated with the most extreme versions of it. So people think a feminist is sort of a crazy woman who hates men and doesn't shave and, right? And so all of these sort of really crazy negative stereotypes that have been attached to feminism, and so people don't want to associate with it. Right? There are people who've said to me, why do you call yourself feminist? Why don't you just say you're a humanist or an equalist? But that is what feminism is. Right? Feminism is about justice for everyone, but you have to name a problem. And the problem is it's women who've been excluded, so we need to call it what it is.
Want to know which ones? Well, these ones.
For their gracious aid.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
Yep, we're talking about the delusional ones. Buckle up for some wild hot takes.
Men actually have to work to become something. We're just here.
But can we get paid the same as men?
We do. If we didn't, that'd be an issue.
What are you talking about? Women do not make as much as men.
If it were true that women who are not in these construction jobs and this type of thing, but rather are in kind of comfy AC-related jobs like the men, and they're getting paid less than them, then why wouldn't a man create an entire firm of women and then destroy their competition because they're now paying their staff way less?
I mean, that's a question for a dude. I can't answer that.
Why couldn't you answer that?
Why wouldn't a man have a firm of all women and pay them less? I don't know.
I mean, because then they would destroy the competition who's paying the men more, right?
Okay, so why don't we see that then?
Because it's not the case that men are making more in those positions than women are. If it was the case that you could pay women less to do the same job, then why wouldn't you just make a firm and pay all of them way less for the same job?
So that's a question for a dude, and you expect to get paid more? Let's be honest, you want more money, not equal pay. And I'm pretty sure that woman doesn't even have a real job, so how would she know what's really going on?
Get in that shit, get in that shit.
I guess.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. Older women make younger women cry because we know what the hell we're doing.
This lady is
I could destroy you in 3 minutes in the bedroom. Don't tell me what's attractive. You have no idea. You would walk away and stand in a corner mumbling to yourself for days. You have to understand what sexuality is, what beauty is. And to each person, it's different. To say that younger women are more attractive than older women is to deny beauty itself. And that is wrong.
Well, at least you learned your lesson. Good for you!
What's the hardest thing about dating as a woman?
The men are sassy this year. They're really acting like the females, and I just feel like if I want a bitch, I would have bagged a bitch. Make me want to be submissive to you. Right. If I have to feel dominant to you, you're doing something wrong.
You say he has to make you want to feel submissive. How do you want him to act?
Act like you know how to lead. Act like you know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Don't just be fooling me. I don't like the whole spontaneous roll with the flow. Like, act like you got a game plan. You know what you're doing. Don't know what we're gonna do for tomorrow. No, you know what the f going on. I don't got time to pray about shit too.
Maybe that man isn't leading because he doesn't want it to go anywhere.
Or maybe they just know how to lead because they're just used to everybody else doing shit for them.
Hello.
Or maybe he feels like your masculinity is combating his masculinity.
If you feel like my masculinity is better than yours, then that means you need to get your balls together and put your 2 steps up and beat me to it.
That part.
Wait a minute. She actually suggested that if her masculinity was intimidating him, he should just rise to the occasion. I'm on board with that, but why can't a woman just embrace her femininity? Why does a man have to approach relationships like some kind of psychology experiment? Just be a genuine woman with a genuine man. It's that straightforward.
That also plays into the systematic stuff that I was talking about, because a lot of women can't get jobs in construction.
Have you ever tried to be a concreter?
Yeah. No, but I totally would.
Okay, why aren't you?
Because I'm not educated on it.
Why don't you go and get educated on concreting?
I totally would. Like, as soon as I get things straightened out, I want a different field. I'm tired of the medical field.
Let me tell you this, and you can disagree with me if you'd like. You wouldn't last 2 minutes as a concreter, because unfortunately...
I'd like to try to prove people wrong.
In the modern world, you can think that all you want, and that's because your life is so comfortable that you can have that strain of thought. But the fact of the matter is that I did concreting for a few months, and I didn't last. and I'm not a weak guy, but these guys are some of the hardest people you'll ever meet in your life. They are up at the crack of dawn every day, breaking their backs. You would not last a single day. You can sit here and say girl power all you'd like, you wouldn't last a day.
Did she really say she wants to leave the medical field for concreting? And that she's not educated in it? If that's the case, how did she even get into medicine in the first place? She made a choice there, so why not choose concreting too? And please, post all about it on TikTok. We could all use a good laugh.
Younger women tend to be more attractive than older women, and that might be a truth that we can both agree upon.
Why would we agree on that? Why is that a truth?
You don't think that in general younger women are more attractive than older women?
That is wrong.
Get in that shit. Get in that shit.
I guess.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. Older women make younger women cry. Because we know what the hell we're doing.
This lady is...
I could destroy you in 3 minutes in the bedroom. Don't tell me what's attractive. You have no idea. You would walk away and stand in a corner mumbling to yourself for days. You have to understand what sexuality is, what beauty is. And to each person, it's different. To say that younger women are more attractive than older women is to deny beauty itself. And that is wrong.
I disagree.
I stumbled upon this at such a strange hour that now I'm too scared to sleep. If there's a campaign promoting the beauty of older women, you definitely shouldn't be the ambassador. And seriously, why did you shift the conversation to sex? That's just inappropriate.
Specifically for cis white women allies, okay? I wasn't gonna be so specific, but I thought about it. You guys are literally the only people who do this, okay? I'm wearing my work lanyard here just so you can see A, all my beautiful pins, but B, my... Tell me why at work all the time I get people going, she. Oh, I'm sorry, I just don't know any pronouns. Oh, I'm just so sorry, I just don't know. But she, that one whose pronouns, that weird, that one. First of all, look with your eyes. Read. Second of all, that one. Point. Why do you need to make it so weird whenever you don't know someone's pronouns? Or here's a radical thought, ask. Who helped you today? Oh, what are your pronouns? They, them.
The world today is just so different. Completely wild, really.
I think if you wanted to do literally anything you want with your body, I don't think anyone in the government's stopping you. And if you can name one thing, let me know, because I would love to learn.
So forced military conscription. So all men in the United States compelled by law are required to register with a selective service, which in the event of a war would compel them to essentially be cannon fodder in a military conflict. Secondly, even if there wasn't a military conflict, if a man fails under law to register for the selective service, there are significant ramifications to this.
If you take a moment to look past the sharp suits, fancy cars, and high office chairs you associate with men, you'll see they don't necessarily have it better. They've just developed a resilience that allows them to brush off their struggles.
Guess my age for $100.
24, 23, 25, 21.
All wrong. Okay, rate me out of 10.
2, 7. I'll give you a 2. Yeah, I'll give you a 2 as well.
Well, I was gonna give you all $100 each, but since you rated me a 2, you get nothing.
Got a Mrs. I got a...
Did she think they were supposed to chase after her or what?
I just want to ask you what you as a male think you have the right to speak up and tell women what to do with their body.
Are men allowed to have opinions on moral topics?
It's a really controversial opinion to tell a woman what to do with their body. You are a man.
So if it's not your DNA, why is it your choice?
Because it's my body.
It happens to be temporarily in your body, but is it your being?
Yeah.
It is? Didn't the woman make a choice to have sex and then she should carry the responsibility that comes with it?
I think there are two people who should carry the responsibility, not only the woman.
Okay, wait, hold on. So then shouldn't a man be able to say, you can't have an abortion without my consent? I thought you said it was just a woman's issue.
Still looking for what it means by being biased? You've just found one.
Should we go back to your husband banging your sister again? I had some questions about that.
Okay.
So, because you said that you were in a discussion about this with him, and that he said that you're better than her. I'm just curious, why would he ever tell the truth, though?
I mean, he's told me a lot of
truths before that I didn't necessarily want to hear. For example, some of his exes are a lot prettier than me, and he's told me that. So I believe him when he tells me. I mean, he's very direct.
If you banged your wife's sister, how you could possibly be like, well, you see, dear, actually, she did this one thing I really like, and I wish you would do it, right? Like, wouldn't they just lie?
It was more of her doing things he didn't like.
How long were they together?
They were together for like 2 years, but she cheated on him the entire time they were together.
Oh, wow.
How did like your mom and dad react to your relationship with him?
They adore him. He always treated her really well.
Always treated both their daughters well.
Feeling uneasy, surprised, confused? I can relate. I'm feeling all that and more. Honestly, I don't even want to dig deeper into it.
Do you genuinely think that 80 million men in the United States would be inclined to essay or murder you?
From the stats at UCSB, yes.
Or the stats at UCSB?
Something like 7 out of 10 girls at UCSB
Have been full-blown essayed?
Yes.
Well, what is the definition of essay?
Either catcalled.
Catcalling is sexual.
No.
Hold on, you just said catcalling. While I think that's not appropriate behavior, how can that be sexual assault?
Okay, sorry. Just any kind of harassment in
I'm
general.
just going to take that was included in this data. How could you believe data that includes catcalling as sexual
harassment? Just
but
any
okay,
kind
fine.
of harassment.
I'll even grant you that catcalling is harassment, but it's not sexual. This is a study done by who? Is it done by UCSB?
Yes. It was some kind of program we had to finish before entering UCSB.
What about the rates towards men, or do they only care about when women are sexually harassed? I doubt they provide that.
They didn't provide.
Let's be real. The only ones who truly care about a man are his mother and maybe a supportive partner. That's about it.
For some reason, something has happened in your life. Maybe you need therapy. He doesn't think you need therapy. But something has happened that like somebody wrecked you, because the way that you view men is so sad.
I do not hate all men at all. I know that there are a lot of good men out there. I think the ones...
But they're not coming for you. The good men aren't coming for you. And so I want you to, in the most loving way, I want you to look at yourself and be like, why are the good men not coming for me?
Yeah, right? Like, what the hell?
You ran your mouth all freaking night.
They're turning on you.
Sat here for 5-6 hours and listened to her.
Hold on, I just don't understand why someone who is single is sitting here talking mostly for 6 hours about relationships to women who are happily married. Like, if you're talking about the authority on relationships, wouldn't you ask the people in the room that are happily married?
Facts.
Wait, hold on. Guys, you bullied her. You guys bullied her.
We bullied.
Being married isn't a prerequisite for having thoughts on relationships, but harboring gender-based biases, that's like trying to mix oil and water. It'll only muddy the conversation. Maybe her early exit from the podcast was a blessing in disguise, offering a chance for some introspection on the drive home. A moment of self-reflection might just clear up those murky views.
But my question is, what happens with all the, you say the males that make more, but why do they don't show up to work? They half-ass.
Whoa, hold on. Your position is that men are, for example, more likely to take time off or sick leave?
I was saying sometimes, yes, we do have those hard workers out there, but sometimes...
Okay, but if we actually analyze statistics, and I told you, for example, that women are more likely to take sick leave, women are more likely to ask for time off, men are more likely to work graveyard shift, they're more likely to relocate to North Dakota and live in a 300 population town. They're more likely to work in dangerous, difficult jobs, for example. When it's 3 a.m. and the power goes out and it's below freezing, you're going to see a man out there trying to get that figured out so the power can come back on.
And for you to say it's his choice, it might be his choice to do that, but without hardworking men and blue-collar men, America would...
Criticizing others for laziness while delivering your thoughts with the enthusiasm of a sloth in a coma? That's a bold move, my friend. Perhaps it's time for a wake-up call to shake off the vocal lethargy before casting aspersions on others.
Kiss or slap? You just walked away.
Bro, I can't be doing this.
Oh. No? Why? You're gonna leave me alone? Excuse me, sir. I have a question. Kiss or slap? You don't want to kiss me? Kiss or slap?
Hey parents, it's time to step up your game. Let's break the cycle of decline and raise the next generation to be better, stronger, smarter. The world needs our kids to rise to the occasion. No more excuses.
Feel fine?
Yeah,
no,
I feel
no,
fine.
no. I'm fine.
Maybe she should excuse herself.
John's one of my good mates.
John. No, what I was going to say...
Women are way too comfortable talking to men like that nowadays. I tell you, it's just... We need Sean Connery
listen,
back.
John.
Hey,
Listen, John. I'm married with 2 kids. What are you?
21 and equally successful.
Your husband will probably be clapping for you for getting schooled by a 21-year-old.
Personally, I think because you're a man, you shouldn't have any words in this situation.
Let me ask you a question. Are you affected? You're saying because I'm a man, I'm not affected by abortion. I shouldn't have an opinion on it.
Pretty much.
Okay, so are you affected in any way by the war in Ukraine?
I don't know enough about that information.
Okay. Are you affected in any way by the Holocaust?
Not personally, I'm not Jewish.
Do you think the Holocaust is bad?
I do.
So you have an opinion on something that doesn't directly affect you, right?
You should have asked her opinion on racism and immigration. That would have definitely thrown her into a mental tailspin.
Question, because...
Are you in favor of...
Yeah, the death penalty, absolutely.
But, okay, so you're in favor of the penalty, but you're not in favor of abortion because you think infants are innocent? Is that why?
Well, yes, let's take an example,
yeah, okay?
This last week, 2 illegal aliens in this country just kidnapped a 12-year-old.
Not the illegal aliens, sorry.
Yeah, so a baby in the womb did not kidnap a 12-year-old.
Okay, but
so
they have the potential to.
Hold on, well, everyone has free will and the potential to, but someone who just kidnapped 2 12-year-olds, they're in a complete different moral universe than a baby who is sitting.
Hold up. Comparing young children with convicted criminals and offenders just to justify a concept like bodily autonomy is a major red flag. It's a disconcerting slippery slope when we lose sight of the context and boundaries of important principles.
Interesting. So we're getting somewhere. So your argument is you should do what is expedient, even if there is a victim and there might be a casualty.
They wouldn't even know they're a victim.
Okay, that's interesting. Is it okay to murder if the person does not know they were murdered?
Sure, why not? They won't even know. They have
so it's okay to go to an old person's home, a bunch of people with dementia, and just start popping rounds.
Sure, bye.
Popping rounds.
Oh my God.
You just killed your argument.
No, I know. I'm not even.
No, you did just kill your argument. So we can go.
This is disturbing. TikTok callouts, those can be quite the digital spectacle. It's like witnessing a high-speed game of verbal ping-pong, where users trade quips and takedowns with lightning-fast precision.
If you had a child that wanted to get into pornography, an 18-year-old of course, you would support them getting into it, correct?
Yeah, you know, you ask the most like basic, arrogant, disgusting questions.
Well,
no, like I just need to let you know, like you're a little prick, and you're lucky that I've even sat here this long and entertained this conversation. But yeah, I don't care as long as they're happy. But you ask all the basic, like just so small-minded. Like you're just very disappointing. I really thought that you would have something interesting to ask me, but you just asked the same questions I've been asked countless of times before. And I really thank you for your time. Thank you so much for interviewing me. But yeah, have a nice day.
Can you give us an example of a good question?
What do you think the meaning of life is?
Oh boy, someone's got a bit of a temper. Maybe they need a reminder that confidence in one's work doesn't mean being immune to criticism. Thick skin, my friend. It's a valuable asset in any line of work.
How can I respect you as a man if you don't want to get up and fight the war?
Can I respect you as a woman who will vote to send people off to a war, but still wants to vote? Well, not
because one, that's
respectable
my
at all.
right, and two, I have the ability and the right to give children, to give life, to add to this population. Can men do that? No.
Yes, you need men's genetic material to create life. It's not unilateral. You don't just whimsically come up with a child in your brain and you're pregnant. It requires male genetic material called sperm. After the sperm is injected inside of your womb, then the egg is fertilized, then there's life. And this is not unilateral. It's totally and completely irresponsible for women to say, I demand the right to vote so that I have a say-so, when you could vote in politicians who send in people to wars, which you then will not have to fight. It's monstrous to make the claim that a section of society who claims that they are equal and free can then use a different subset of society to go fight their wars on their behalf.
Wow, what a doozy. This generation's beliefs about the humanity of unborn babies have seemingly clouded their judgment about men's role in bringing life. It's quite perplexing to think that one would downplay the importance of a father's contribution in the miracle of life. Perhaps a refresher course on biology is in order to remind everyone that it indeed takes two to tango.
The wage gap when women work in the same field as a man and a man gets paid more. What is that about? And just
the wage gap's been debunked
a million times.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Yeah. There's not a wage gap. There's an earnings gap. You basically, the whole trope of women make 75 cents to $1. The number's always changing. That doesn't account for like dozens of different factors. It's basically comparing all the money that men make and all the money that women make in this country without factoring in people that don't work, hours worked, maternity leave, overtime.
It's also
type of profession. It's across the board.
Also, if a woman takes time off of maternity leave, so say you decide to stay at home and raise your kid for 2-3 years, you are 2 or 3 years behind in your career. Like that is a factor you have to face.
Okay, let's give it to her for listening. But for you out there, focus on being a true feminist. Do your own research, arm yourself with knowledge, and become your own source of power. Let's honor the legacy of those who fought for women's education by being more than just storytellers. Step up, be real, and show the world what an educated woman looks like.
Not particularly, and if there are some I don't like, I certainly wouldn't want them banned, but it always goes back to that old adage, sticks and stones may break my bones, but there will always be something to offend a feminist.
Peter
Lloyd. No, that's just obnoxious.
Peter
Sorry,
Lloyd,
you have to give me a
I
chance
think we'll
to
let you
respond to
carry
that.
on this
That is
discussion.
ridiculous. No, hang on, I won't do your show again if you don't let me...
This gem may be old, but it still shines bright. Embrace the humor, folks. Laughter is the best medicine, and life's too short not to crack a smile. So loosen up, chuckle a bit, and remember, a day without laughter is a day wasted.
I cannot wholeheartedly sit here and say that one person, men or women, suffer more in war. Everyone, the people fighting, people on the opposing side, people on whatever side you're on, there are victims in both sides who necessarily don't agree.
Okay, you're in a convenience store and a robber walks in and he steals a Snickers bar from the clerk and then he walks over and beats you half to death and essays you. Who was more victimized?
Me.
So then we can ascertain that there can be levels of victimization.
To me?
Yeah, to you.
I would feel like a big f***ing victim. The other guy probably also could be stuck with trauma from watching me go.
Do you think that? No, he didn't have to see it. He didn't watch it. He just had a Snickers bar stolen from him.
But
Which one of you is more of a victim?
Everyone's a victim.
You can't ascertain that the guy
Maybe he
who
is,
lost
but-
a Snickers bar has been less victimized than the woman who's been half beaten to death?
Send her to the front lines, stat. Sure, war affects all, but don't pretend soldiers and civilians are on equal footing. A military with more women? She would probably flip the script faster than a helicopter rotor.
Men are providers, so go do that job. Go learn a trade. Go do something.
Well, you said that that's all they're good for.
Yeah.
And what are you good for?
A lot of things.
Like?
I'm funny. I'm smart.
You haven't demonstrated that yet.
Okay, well, that's your opinion. I'm a musician. I dance.
You dance?
The list goes on and on.
What a great quality. You can dance. What do you bring to the table, though?
What do I bring to the table?
Yeah.
I'm smart. I'm funny. I'm attractive. I have talents.
I don't know if men are so useless that their only job is to be providing for you. It sounds like you're just a typified eater. Like, I don't know what you're really bringing to the table. You're just kind of consuming resources, right?
I mean, if you want to hear the answer that I could be domesticated and I can cook and clean and do all that, I can.
No, that's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is what of value are you bringing to society?
By being me.
By being you. I'm enough.
I am enough.
Okay.
You're enough as you are. But guys, it seems, might only measure up if they're providers. If you're already enough, shouldn't you be beyond needing someone to provide for you? So, smart? Let me know when she says something actually intelligent.
But there's something to be said about age and experience, life experience. A lot happens in your 20s, and things level out.
Getting
when you
ran
get
through
older.
in baggage and trauma.
There's people with
men don't
emotional
want that.
intelligence.
Men don't want that in a partner.
Then why aren't they wifing us early? Why are they running around town? Like, if they don't want us ran through and baggage and trauma, why are they they're waiting till, how are we so at 20 I should be looking for 40-year-olds that are ready to settle? I don't know how to
not necessarily.
I don't know how you it sounds like just a losing battle all around if you look at it as all the responsibilities.
But it depends on if you're a wife. All wives are found, always. If you're 20 years old and you're a wife, you're going to be found. Period.
Marriage is a good thing, but being single in your 20s isn't an excuse for reckless behavior. If it's truly worth it, be patient. Don't pin your body count on men. Own your choices. Common sense, people.
What you're thinking.
Yeah, go on. What am I thinking?
You think the girl you're calling is really pretty, and you want her snap.
Is the girl I'm calling you?
Yeah.
You couldn't be more wrong.
You have to stop with this bullshit right now. If you actually skipped me, you would have humbled me so much.
Really?
Different strokes for different folks. Everyone has their preferences, and that's just fine. Live and let live, my friends.
Your tone and the way that you degrade me and every thought
My
I
tone.
have.
I deserve to because of my tone.
It essentially is promoting the message to anybody who would resonate with that frequency of speaking to somebody. It's telling all of them,
Not
she's
to
a
take
piece of
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
Don't listen to anything she says. She's dumb. And by the way, anybody who at all reminds you of her, also don't listen to them.
Yeah, I would actually stand behind the idea that you are dumb and crazy and that nobody should ever listen to you. But I have good justifiable reasons for why I
And
think
that's fair,
that,
that's
which
fair.
have been demonstrated.
That's
The
fair.
idea that I'm not following your moral system is laughable. I hold myself to a way higher standard than what your ethical system is, and so does Brian. That's what's wild to me. And then it's like, okay, but what about being held to account? Not only is he held to account by tens and hundreds of thousands of people, he's actually allowing you to confront him right now. How could you be held more accountable ever? And you know who disengaged, who didn't want to hold Brian Atlas to account? You.
Her book, a clear representation of her persona. An OnlyFans worker, single mother, and master of condescending manipulation. Take heed and avoid falling prey to her cunning words. Steer clear of such characters and their dubious wisdom.
Women are better than men. What do men bring to the world? Literally nothing. Women, the vibes, just everything. Everything is brought to by women. You
I
disagree?
completely disagree. You say that men bring nothing to the world. Everything you know and love. If you look around the entire infrastructure of our nation, our economy, every building you walk
Infrastructure of our
into, the camera that's filming you right now, the microphone you're speaking to, everything is built, maintained, and it's still maintained to this day through men. Hardworking
I love
men.
how he's mansplaining this to me.
No,
as he's
I'm
saying.
serious that the way that you are portraying your ideas and opinions is through technology and infrastructure and an economy and a nation that was not only built but it's still maintained to this day by men.
Can we stop equating independence with belittling men? Celebrate being a woman without comparing yourself to anyone else. A great man doesn't need to put anyone down to be great. He's simply great on his own merits.
But what's funny is, forget the who should pay shit. That's kind of small.
Yeah.
You said that you want a man to be a leader, right? But you don't want a man to be head of household. That's a big deal to me.
Okay.
You want a man to lead, but you don't want to be a follower. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So I gotta send the asteroid on that one. Holy shit. Women want men and are attracted to men who are leaders and who are masculine and who are dominant. Like on a biological and attraction level, I would say most women want men to be leaders. Pay for the first date, take initiative, make the first move, do all these things, right? But you also simultaneously want men to be leaders, but you don't want to be followers. You cannot be a leader with a mutinous non-follower. I cannot lead somebody that's not prepared to follow me.
Misguided view. Feminism isn't about reducing masculinity to a wallet. True equality means sharing responsibilities and valuing men's diverse contributions beyond financial means. A real leader is not defined by their bank account, but by their character, integrity, and ability to guide and inspire others.
You said that you disagree with a lot of things about the show, but usually the pick-me culture that gets encouraged on the show.
Yeah, I just think like if you agree with whatever, I think that you get a cookie. You're automatically liked. You know what I mean?
When it comes to booking people for the show, people who disagree actually get preferential treatment when it comes to slots and booking. I'm actually very open to having my views challenged. In fact, one of the first questions I think we asked was, who has disagreements?
I mean, yeah, but I think some of the values that some women have, like, it kind of contradicts, like, what it means to be a woman. Like, there's a lot that goes into, like, femininity, and I don't think that, like, some women respect themselves enough to, like, truly stand up for, like, objectively what is right.
So what is that?
I mean, that's a lot to delve into. And
me
honestly,
the
like, I'm over
readers.
this conversation.
It's
Been
okay,
going on
you
for
can
a
leave.
while.
Go ahead.
Okay, fine.
You can leave. I'll let you leave early then.
I also have
Nah, just hang tight. You get to stay. We're gonna wrap the show. She gets the kick out right before the show.
Here's a drinking game with a twist. But please, folks, keep it playful. Remember, this is just a joke. No need to indulge in excessive drinking. Responsible alcohol consumption is key. Otherwise, the joke's on you and your liver.
Age is just a number in my mind because I mentally feel younger than I am. So we're ageless. You're only as old as you feel.
Well, are you?
I feel young. I feel as young as these girls sitting at the table.
Oh, the double standard. If a 50-year-old man claimed he felt like a spring chicken, the P word, pathetic, perverted, or plain ridiculous, would be all over the place. Talk about an unfair game.
What if she lied to protect you because she loves you?
I mean, that's not her choice to make, is it?
No, it's not her choice, but...
Isn't that nice of her to do a convenient lie to protect me from her past? That's awful convenient, isn't it? How nice of her to lie about her past to protect me. That doesn't sound a little absurd to you?
So you prefer your woman to never have like a sexual
No.
past?
Answer my question before you ask another one. Doesn't it sound a little bit convenient to say that she's hiding her past to protect me from it?
Maybe because she loves you. She wanted to also like appease him, maybe, and she was like, I'm gonna lie about this situation.
Well, that would be
'cause I know
her
he wouldn't."
protecting herself, not
Okay,
you.
maybe-
How
yes,
would
you're
it be
right.
protecting you?
Okay. I get that.
How would it be protecting the
Not
the
protecting
man?
you.
That
Maybe
would-
she's protecting herself because you're a great guy
Yeah.
and she wanted to be with you.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I understand that, yes.
The contradictions are real. After boldly claiming they can have anyone and that they don't need men, this OnlyFans worker now justifies hiding her virtual sex work history from her partner. How about some honesty and transparency? Lies only complicate relationships no matter how much you try to protect someone from the past.
Are you a feminist?
I'm absolutely. I have blue hair.
Can you see for yourself? Next time I mention that these people have a distinct appearance, I don't want to hear anything about body shaming or generalizations.
What are you fighting for? I'm fighting for just like making sure that every bad bitch out in the world knows exactly who the they are.
Only bad bitches?
Every girl's a bad bitch.
Every girl's a bad bitch?
Yeah, as long as they let themselves be a bad bitch, you're a bad bitch.
Let me reserve my comment for the next woke feminist.
Do you think men fans models should make the same as female fans models?
Great question.
Yeah.
So you'd be willing to take a pay cut?
What do you mean by
Like
that?
they take it out of your pocket.
Well, because men, when it comes to online presenting yourself, earn fractional what women earn, like 1/10.
I mean, I've always been told like the gay people actually get a lot of subscribers, like more than women.
The best paid male model in the world makes about $3 million a year. The best paid female model is like $35 to $40 million a year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not even close. It's like a 10x, and it's almost across all disciplines.
The point exactly. You might not know much, and that's not a problem. Some people find ignorance charming. The real issue is that you always have plenty to say about what you don't know.
I was a feminist when feminism was about equality, about levelling the playing field, giving women an opportunity to find their rightful place, particularly in the public world, which was tremendously important and exciting when we achieved that. But what feminism today, to me, is all about advantaging women at the expense of men. And it's become very much caught up in the demonisation of males, presenting them always at a disadvantage. And I don't want to have it.
You would expect these new feminists to consult their predecessors before taking up the mantle, right? To see the work that's already been done. But no, it's all about OnlyFans, hookup culture, and abortion. After watching these clips, I was left feeling as perplexed and confused as this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more mind-bending content. Until the next head-scratching ride.